Whiskey.
Bourbon.
Bourbie.
Barbie.
Bourbon Heimlich maneuver.
Today you're here to try Elijah Craig Bourbon.
Ah.
Elijah Craig, is that a person?
Any relation to Elijah Wood? Any relation to Daniel Craig?
Not all people with their
generally
first names are related, you know?
Generally, yeah.
So it's not a person, it's a corporation.
Ah.
But it named itself a person, so we'd be like, oh, what a cool guy. And then we're like, we're shareholders.
It's like your man, Jack Daniels.
I do know Elijah Craig Bourbon. I've had at least one of the versions of it. It is a bourbon that comes in a bottle. That's the extent of my knowledge on
I thought
Elijah.
he was like the expert.
Ah.
Elijah Craig. Craig, because there's an A and an I in the name.
Ooh, you know what? It looks like a fancy whiskey.
Sturdy bottle.
It really does.
It says Kentucky. Is this actually from America?
Yes, bourbon
Right.
has to be, and if it says Kentucky, it is from Kentucky.
Oh, bourbon has to be from America.
Yes, Kentucky is known for bourbon, so like 9 out of 10 bourbons are made in Kentucky.
Might I say, very handy to fit in your bookshelf.
Tell you, that's all, whenever I'm looking for a bottle of alcohol, I'm like, how well would this fit in my bookshelf?
Exactly. That's the first question you ask. Not what it tastes like, or what the percentage is, or anything else about it. Just, will the bottle fit in my bookshelf?
And look, I was kind of joking when I said that first bit, but actually, glass of bourbon and a book.
You know?
47%.
Yeah.
Proof.
The proof will be in my pudding. It's my belly. It's strong. I'll put a hair in your breasts.
Uh-oh. She likes it.
That is gorgeous.
That's good stuff.
That's so good.
Having a good time? Were you just holding that in your cheeks?
I was trying to work up the courage to swallow it.
But it's easier if you just swallow it.
No, then it'll come out the back of my shoulder blade. Oof, oof, oof. It takes a second for the heat to come.
It does,
doesn't
actually.
it? Holy moly.
It's got a sting that you would expect from 47%, but really sweet. Really sweet.
It tastes really nice.
Yeah.
So it's a weird, it'd be so nice mixed with, I think, even like a soda water or something.
Spit me.
Like, what flavors are in that? That's like real, I don't know, fuck, that was so good. I can't fucking describe it.
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
The fancy caramel. Well, they haven't added any flavour to it. So
Yeah.
if you get flavours of caramel or butterscotch, you just get that
It's
from
just
the
a natural
processes.
Fucking so good.
And like, you know, sometimes you get whiskeys that are sweet and it's some kind of nectar or sweetener or whatever. But because this is clearly slightly more premium, it's just whiskey, the sweetness is natural.
Yeah, it's so nice. Like, it's almost like a dessert.
It isn't as smooth as most bourbons, I'd say. My thing for bourbons is they're always very smooth and easier to drink, and they
Yeah.
don't punch you as much. I'm getting punched.
Yeah, I'm absolutely getting slapped.
I'm doing 12 rounds with Katie Taylor, and I'm fucking licking my wounds after every one.
We're in here and we have whiskey, and they're like caramel undertones and vanilla, whatever. And then when you can taste them, you're like, oh my god, that didn't promise any of that, and yet it delivered on it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't give me that, even though it's whatever percentage it is.
47.
47, Lord above.
So my new comparison for how nice and heating a whiskey is that I say you could have it after a sea swim.
You need some sort of way to warm yourself up, and this would be the perfect solution.
This is how you do it. Beautiful. If that's what we're starting on, very happy.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the same.
it's the same, but different.
Oh, hang on,
Like
this is
us.
rye. This one looks darker to me. Am
Oh,
I
it's-
imagining that?
It's rye.
It leaves the things on the side.
It's legs, I think, isn't it?
Is that called
I
legs?
think it's, yeah. It's,
Is that what legs are called?
when it leaves those little things coming down, that's called legs. That's why
Oh,
when someone
yeah.
says it's a leggy whiskey, that's what
Okay,
it is.
it's got legs. It's running away from
Run
itself.
away from us. It's running into my heart.
I'll say the whole thing backwards, and you guys reverse it and see if it sounds like Kentucky Straight rye whiskey. You so your tig erts nook. Now reverse that and see if it sounds like it. I'll wait.
Wow, that was good.
That's speaking backwards is really hard.
Green has become the de facto colour for any bottle of rye whiskey that you get.
So maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's green is for rye.
I think it might just be the convention that they've settled on. I'd say one brand did it and became very popular. It's like green, rye. There's something about it.
Something special about rye that is far superior to every other whiskey.
Yeah.
And that's saying something because I love whiskey. I never drank whiskey before I started Tri-Town, and now look at me. Look at me. Look at me! Look at me, I'm a mess!
I think that's, you could say that for a lot of us.
All right, slow check.
Actually very mild.
It is very mild.
Have you swallowed it yet? Why do you weigh it?
That is just pure pleasure.
There's some ryes that you'll have, and they'll just like, not blow your head off, but like they're so peppery and they're so spicy, and like you'll get the flavors kind of lingering around your mouth for ages.
No, there's no sting off that either. At all.
It's like
gorgeous.
It's like honey.
It's really is.
I like it. Is that your rice smile?
I do think there's a little bit of a peppery aftertaste hanging around, but like very subtle.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
It somehow is like a Jack Daniel's honey, and without any of like the cheapy sweetness.
Yeah,
It's just
so smooth.
naturally sweet and good. Yeah.
It's quite burny, stingy.
I find it less burny stingy than the last
Then
one.
the last one, yeah, but
Yeah.
still.
bourbon is the favorite child of American whiskey. Like when you think of an American whiskey, you think of a bourbon, but like a lot of people don't realize that rye is really good as a style as well. A few Irish distilleries are starting to use rye, which is great, and they're very different from the American ryes that you're getting.
It's the same strength as the previous one, but the sting is like gone.
Yeah. Like the first one, it burned the lips and the front of your mouth. It's interesting how different whiskeys, they can burn different parts of your body.
Yeah.
I mean, I could drink a lot more of this. A lot more.
A
A
lot
lot more of this of us there.
Step up from the first one, do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Ryes are always a step up.
It's just really good. Like, I just really like bourbon.
I don't dislike it. I just think I prefer the first one.
I can see myself roaring fire. My house is burning down. In front of a roaring house burning down.
And
I'm,
get out of there, and you're just like.
I'm drinking there. I just be like, I don't think they're going to believe me on this insurance claim.
Black Label. What was the Black Label? Do you remember?
A black label could be anything.
It
Could be death.
It could be anything.
Could be death.
Yeah, liquid poison.
Yeah.
Barrel proof.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Okay. I'm gonna hazard a guess that it's a higher percentage than the previous one.
Oh, barrel proof. Oh, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a great time.
But it's a higher, it's 60.5%.
Fucking
The last ones were 47. We're in the big leagues now.
When it comes straight out of the barrel, normally it's diluted slightly with water to bring it down to like 40%.
Yeah.
This is just the strength
Straight
of it
out.
straight out of the barrel. Yeah.
Super strong.
Uncut straight from the barrel without chill filtration.
I did not know that they ever added water to it. Okay.
It's 60.5%.
What?
Yep.
60%. Lord above.
60.5. That 0.5 is gonna make
Christ.
all the difference.
And it's 12 years old, it says.
That smells gorgeous.
It
Gorgeous.
smells like syrupy, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It
and I
looks
love syrup.
Really nice.
It does look a bit thicker. Slightly more viscosity.
Yeah, a glaze or something, isn't it?
A little bit like a glaze.
We'll let the whiskey speak for itself. Or the bourbon.
The people want to get absolutely fucked on 60.5% alcohol.
Let's put that in the front instead. Right, come on, you've me excited now. Let's do this. Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Oh, that'll put hair in your arse.
Ooh, now this one has a burn.
Yeah.
But it's not unpleasant.
No.
It's definitely stronger.
Doesn't feel
No, it
60.5%.
doesn't feel 60%. Not.
That's dangerous.
But the first one didn't feel what it was
Yeah.
either, so.
Double boiling trouble.
Holy fucking Christ on a bloody tricycle going backwards down the motorway.
There's more of a kick, but I don't think too much more than the first one.
No.
That is dangerous. You could do damage to yourself with that now. Because you could have a couple of glasses of that and then be.
I wouldn't. It tastes really nice.
Yeah.
But it was the part where I put the liquid into my mouth, it immediately turned into a gas and then crawled up my sinus cavities.
Again, there's that sweetness.
Yeah. The sweetness overpowers the strength
nice,
of it.
Really nice sweetness. Yeah.
What I like about a cask strength or a barrel proof, you just get more intense flavors.
It is more intense.
Of a standard whiskey.
Yeah,
I always say it's like if the first one's an Americano, this one's an espresso.
Inside of my mouth is numb. Am I historically allergic to bourbon?
Find out next week on Irish People Have Tried, the Irish healthcare system.
I know it's very good. Probably one of the easier, higher strength whiskeys I've ever had.
Yeah.
I would say. You know?
It's smooth.
It is good.
Yeah.
It is like, that is really though, like, you drink it and your house is burning down because you and your brother have just bait the head of each other.
When I think of people drinking bourbon, I'm thinking of them on like their land and they've got like a fire pit. There's a life I want to live and I'm not living it, basically is what I'm trying to get to.
Do you know what's really funny?
What?
I described that exact thing in the last whiskey video. I was like, I'm on a porch in America, there's horses running around. And
The feminine urge to live on a ranch.
You know what? If you had a blocked nose or a cough, this would clear you right up.
Yeah.
It really would. It would strip paint.
Give the child the 120 proof whiskey.
Feed the child.
Feed the child, boy.
3? Only 3? I would have went harder if I always go hard on the last one. Not as smooth as I like my bourbon, but it was like for me, like the perfect way between a bourbon and a whiskey. Like it fought you, but like the Perriers were covered in like Vaseline. Like you're all lubed up and you're wrestling.
Elijah Craig bourbon, let me tell you, son. There comes a time when every man just needs to sit down, have a little glass of Elijah Craig bourbon, crack open a good book, and just say, God damn.
From a bookshelf.
From my drinky bookshelf. It's a good time.
Yeah, it was really good. How much do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Super smooth, yeah.
Yeah.
Really easy.
That's actually really hard on my voice to do.
That was worse on our voice than the actual alcohol.
Thanks for watching, guys. We do new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you want to see us do a lot more alcohol videos, which are always great fun, come on, you know you love them. We love them.
We love them.
Or sometimes videos that aren't alcohol. We do all sorts of crazy stuff. What crazy stuff, you might ask? Well, you're going to have to watch a playlist and find out. Leave a comment, hit subscribe, and smack that bell with your face.
Yeehaw.